the Edmunds.com interview that really pissed me off this week. Sometimes when I'm online, I like to look up the lists of what people consider to be the 100 worst cars of all time, or the 10 worst cars of all time, because I'm very interested in what constitutes a crappy car. And you rarely see classic Mercedes on this list, but you do see a lot of other horrible cars like the Hyundai XL or the Yugo GV or the, I don't know, what's another horrible car? The Pontiac Grand Dam was another not so great car. But in browsing this week, I came across a list from Edmunds entitled the 100 worst cars of all time. And on that list at like number 46 was the 1979 Mercedes 300 SD. Edmunds' complaint was that the engine only had 110 horsepower and that driving the car around with 110 horsepower was miserable. So naturally that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And so that's why in this video log I'm going to label Edmunds a junk site that should be removed from the internet. And I think that any of my subscribers should just block their information, because obviously that asshole that decided he was going to write this post probably never even drove a 300 SD, because if he did, he would realize that it was a fantastically engineered car and that the engine has no problem moving the car around. In fact, the 1979 300 SD was faster than just about any six-cylinder American car on the road. At the time, Chevrolet was experimenting with a 2.8-liter V6 that barely developed 90 horsepower and would not get the car to 100 miles an hour. Similarly, American Motors Corporation had any size of six-cylinder you could imagine, and all of them barely developed 120 horsepower in those years. So I just don't think it would be fair for Edmunds to label the 300 SD a slow car if they didn't put every single other six-cylinder and some eight-cylinder American cars in that list. Anyway, I have a problem with junk sites. There are a lot of junk sites on the internet, and there are a lot of idiots who don't know anything about cars. That's why I predict in the future, like AutoSteer's Oversteer blog, AutoTrader's Oversteer blog, or possibly my friend Tyler Hoover's YouTube page, Hoovy's Garage, will probably outshine all these junk sites, and they'll go the way of the dinosaurs. In fact, when Edmunds' domain name eventually becomes worthless, I will probably buy it, dispose of their website, and then take the domain name and destroy it forever. So, anytime you see somebody leaving a bad review about a Mercedes, make sure to let them know that they're full of crap. And in the meantime, take care of the Mercedes you have, because it will probably still be around in 30 years. And the other quote-unquote cars that were not on that list won't be. Anyway, don't forget to share us, like our page. Think about supporting us on Patreon, because we want people who have classic Mercedes to know more about their cars than their mechanics tell them or than sites like Edmunds tell them. Have a great day.